Alright, here is the dog, the running dog, and this is actually one of the more difficult string figures you can make. He runs along there, you can pull him back and run him again. He's really cute. Alright, I'm just going to show you quickly here what it is we're going to be learning today. And this is definitely one of the harder string figures to get. So, if you haven't started with some of the others, easier ones, I have a lot of them that are much easier than this. And there's the dog. Okay, we're going to break this down step by step. Hey Rocky, look what I got. Loves the dog. Loves it. We love the dog. Okay, the first step, take your loop and hang it over your fingers like this. Put your thumbs in it. Grip the other strings with your other fingers. Take your pointers. You're going to put them over this string, and then you're going to flip your hands out and point your fingers up. It should look like this. The rest of it's just sort of hanging there. Alright, now take your left thumb, come underneath this opposite string, and pull it over. It's going to kind of come off of this thumb a little bit. This thumb now is just sort of loose. And it's going to come under and pick up the other string. So it should be the same on both sides right now. Okay, now you can release your other string and pull the whole thing tight. Alright, that's the first step. Okay, now that you've got it like this, we're ready for the next step. You're going to take your pinkies, you're going to pick up this string right here. Then you're going to go up a little bit, and there's a diagonal string above it. The one that starts to the lower left and goes to the upper right. That's the one we're going to deal with. You're going to take this second string with your pinky. You're going to go over it on this side, over the diagonal string with your pinky over here, and over the diagonal string on the right side at the top. You're going to pull your pinkies down and pull that diagonal string. So it should look like this right now. Alright, next. Make sure these are sort of scooched down on your thumb. You're going to bend your thumbs forward over these diagonal strings, and you're going to let that second string on your thumbs slip off of your thumbs. So you're just going to sort of bend your thumbs forward over the diagonal and let that top one sort of slip off. That's all. Don't lose the other one on your thumb, and then open your thumb back up. Okay? Alright, hopefully everybody's still with me. Alright, next. Scoot these strings on your thumb and your forefinger down a little bit. You're going to take your thumbs, pick up the string that's at the top here, just like that. Okay. Now you're going to turn your hands in a little bit, and there's two strings on your thumb. You're going to take that bottom one, you're going to lift it over your thumb, kind of like you do when we do Jacob's Ladder. Alright, don't use your pointer finger though, because it'll mess up that string that's on the back of your pointer. So I like to use my middle finger. You can use your pointer finger to help you a little bit, but you don't want to lose the string on your pointer. You just want to lift this off over the thumb and do that on both sides. Just like that. Okay? Still holding on to everything else. I still have my pinkies bent. Now I've got one string on each of my thumbs and the one around the back of the pointer. All right, now turn the whole thing this way. It should look like this. Make sure your thumbs are up. Okay, Next, you're going to drop the pointer on the left side. Keep the one on your right. All right, now at the very bottom, you're going to see a triangle right there. That's where we're aiming for. This is the next step, and this is one of the hardest parts of this. You've also got a string that's up here. We're going to be aiming for this one too. You're going to take these two fingers on your right hand. You're going to put them in that bottom middle triangle. And then we're going to come up and over this string right here. This is really tricky, very hard. All right, so just sort of adjust everything so you can see that triangle. Put your fingers in that triangle, both of them. Then you're going to pull this back. You're going to come up behind that upper string that I was telling you about. Okay, and then we're going to go down. Now when you go down, we're going to aim for the very bottom string. You're actually going to pick it up between these two fingers. So I'm going to grab it, and I'm going to pull it through, just like that. See how I'm grabbing it? All right, now it's basically on my middle finger. Okay, this one's not really doing anything now. All right, if you've made it this far, then you are doing great, because we're almost there. All right, now you're going to loosely drop your left pinky. Don't pull it. Okay, now you're going to transfer the string that's on your middle right hand onto your pinky. So you're just going to take your pinky, you're going to put that one right onto it. Okay, and then just pull it back gently. And you can see the dog starting to form right there. Okay. All right, now you are going to drop the pinky on your right side. Okay. Starting to get the dog's little foot there. The last thing that's left is the dog's tail. So take your other fingers, put them in here, and we're going to drop the thumb. And we're going to hold on to everything else over here. We're going to drop the right thumb. Left hand's not really doing much. So drop the right thumb. Sort of hold on to this. Now you can sort of readjust. And that is your little dog. See his little tail? Alright, and then you just gently pull your hands apart to slide him along. Okay? You can make him go again if you let that loose and grab him right under his head by these two center strings and just pull it back. And I keep my finger in there so I don't pull it too far. And if you need to, you can adjust the way he looks a little bit. Just sort of slide him back. Anyway, then you can make him run along several times if you like. And that is it. Okay, one more time, just a little bit faster. Start off with it in your hands. Thumbs under. Take your pointers. Turn your hands out. Take your left thumb. Pick up this string. Right thumb is now loose underneath both of these. Pick up the opposite string. Now you should have two strings on each of your thumbs. Drop your other fingers, pull everything tight. Alright, take your pinky, pick up this, looks like the second string there. There's two in the front and one here. We're going to go right on top of this diagonal string, and we're going to pull the diagonal string down with our pinkies. Pinkies are bent, and they're going to stay that way for a little while. Okay. Now, make sure everything is slid down on your thumbs so they don't fall off. Bend your thumbs forward over those diagonals until that back string slips off. And bend your thumbs back up. Okay, now, scoot everything down again. Take your thumbs, pick up that first string, turn your hands in, and lift the bottom string over the top string of your thumbs. Okay, Pinkies are still bent. Turn everything this way. Drop the left pointer. Alright, next. We're going to be aiming for this and this bottom triangle. So we're going to take these two fingers, aim for the bottom triangle. We're going to lift these two strings up and over that top one. Then we're going to go down, pinch the bottom string. And we're going to lift it up over those two strings. Okay? Then loosely drop your left pinky and then transfer this one from the middle finger onto your pinky. Okay, don't pull it too tight, just kind of loose. Now drop your pinky, hold all this, and then drop the thumb. And that is your running dog. Congratulations! Make sure you have a string that's a good length for you. If you have small hands for this one, you may need a slightly smaller string. And a good way to tell the right length of string for you is to have your loop. It should fit over your thumb and around your elbow and then back up to your thumb. If it fits like that, it's probably a good length for you.